Today, guys, on Beer Geek Nation, we are looking at one of the newer releases from Ballast Brewing. It's kind of a twist on an old classic. This, my friends, is their Ballast Habanero Sculpin. They basically took their Sculpin and added habaneros to it. This beer comes in at 7% alcohol by volume, and they've actually been brewing this for a few years now. It was draft only, usually only at the brewery. I know in the last year or so, I started to see firkins of it in my area in Pennsylvania, and then finally they decided to release it in bottles. I don't know that the bottles got this far out east, maybe just on the West Coast only, but definitely there was draft pours of this beer. If you guys love Sculpin, if you love hot food, this beer is for you. I've had it a few times, but I've never actually reviewed it. So let me get into a glass, let you guys know what it smells, tastes. Give the final verdict on Habanero Sculpin. All right, guys, so the aroma on the Habanero Sculpin. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. It's classic Sculpin with those big West Coast fruity notes, grapefruit, pine, a little bit of a citrus zest characteristic, sweet malts. Pepper skin, that's really what gets accentuated in this. There's a lot of pepper skin. You can smell definitely some heat in this one. Just the pepper and the hops just work perfectly. All right, guys, so the taste on the Ballast Habanero Sculpin. Cheers. Yeah. To this day, this is one of my favorite beers. Right at the front of the tongue, there's such a big pop of bitterness. If you've had Sculpin, you know what I'm talking about. Grapefruit, pine needles, a little bit of bitterness. Middle of the mouth, it's a clean, dry maltiness to it. A slight sweet fruitiness in there. A little bit of a peach characteristic kind of bouncing off the grapefruit characteristic in there. But the big obvious change of this one is the habanero pepper, and it is definitely present. You get that pepper skin. It's almost like a little bit of a green kind of vegetal flavor. Lots of heat in this one. I'm not gonna lie to you, there's definitely some heat to this one. On the bottle it says heat may vary. So I've had this, probably 5 or 6 times, and each time it's been similar. I wouldn't say there's a huge drastic shift. It's definitely hot. The heat definitely lingers in the back of the throat, on the tongue, middle of the mouth. Really super dry finish. In the finish, you do get more of those that hoppiness, that grapefruit, pine zest, and the pepper skin. It helps to kind of like, almost accentuate the hops. The heat kind of cleanses the palate, believe it or not, and it kind of brings out more of the hop flavor. It's just, everything's in harmony in this beer. It's just a really nice tasting beer. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Habanero Sculpin, 7% alcohol by volume, available now, guys. This one for me is getting an A, and I say that because this beer kind of goes on a rolling, review scale. If you like hot foods, you're really gonna love this beer. I think the balance between pepper and heat and hoppiness is just perfect. They nailed it. But at the same time, if you don't like hot foods, I would stay away from this one. It definitely has some heat. It's not subtle, it's pretty in your face, but I really do think it's worth trying, even if you just, sip on a little bit. If you love Sculpin, no matter what kind of food you like, definitely try this one out. They just took Sculpin to a whole nother level, for better or worse, depending on how you feel about hot food. So with that said, what do you guys think in the comment section below? Let me know how you think about this beer getting an A from me. And remember, folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.